So I know we can all struggle with ideas from time to time on what to cook for our families night after night, and it becomes so hard to think of new ideas. So I try and make these videos to hopefully give you some inspiration for meals that are quick, easy and affordable. So let's go and take a look at what we've eaten this week. So I've got leftover blue cheese from Christmas actually, and I was quite surprised that the dates on it, this one is good until the 1st of February. Today's actually the 30th of Jan. And I think this one goes out of date on the 26th of Jan, but it's literally a blue mould cheese, so it's not going to go mouldy, is it? It's already mouldy. It will eventually go mouldy, but it's fine to use for now. It's only like 4 days past. So I'm going to do it in my pressure cooker. I'm going to put the majority of this bag of broccoli in. I'm not quite sure how much I'll fit, but I will show you as I go. I'm going to add 2 onions and a few potatoes, some chicken or vegetable stock or a bit of both. And I'm not sure which one of these two to use. I'm going to use one in this dish, and then I'm going to use one in maybe like a steak and Stilton pie. I could use half of each. I might do that. I might cut them open and use half of each actually, and then half of each for the steak and blue cheese pie. Just to use them up and give me some new ideas. I'm just going to scrub these. I'm not even going to peel them. I'm just going to chop them up. I'm going to chop up my onions, no like pre-sauteing or anything. I'm just going to throw it all in along with the stock and lots and lots of black pepper. I might add a little bit of the soft cheese, but I might wait till after the cooking's finished and just melt it through, see if it needs it. I'll show you as I go. So I'm going to put this on high on pressure cook, and I'm going to give it around, I think 8 minutes, because that's what I'd usually do the potatoes for if I was trying to get those nice and soft. I'm going to add my blue cheese afterwards, because I just feel like it always works better if you kind of blitz up your main soup and then heat through your cheese. It kind of gives a better flavour for some reason. So I've got black pepper in here, I've got some chicken and vegetable stock. I might add a little bit of garlic granules as well. And then I'm going to give it 8 minutes and we'll give it a blitz, and then I can stir through my blue cheese, and hopefully that'll be it. And it's so quick and simple. So here is my soup after the 8-minute cooking time, and the pressure has been released, like naturally released, so because I've just been working upstairs, so I've just left it. So what I'm going to do now is add my blue cheese, because this is still, you can see, steaming hot. And then I'm going to blitz it up. So I think I've decided I'm going to go in with this one. And there you have it. That took about 10 seconds to blitz. But as always, I have flung it everywhere because I do that no matter what. I'm going to get at least 10 to 12 portions out of this. Looks amazing. I'm not going to add the cream cheese because I think it's got enough creaminess as it is. You can always just add a little bit of salt and pepper when you serve it, but apart from that, this is absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to make some dinner. It is actually shopping day tomorrow, and I'm trying to use stuff up out the fridge. So every week before I go shopping, I go through the fridge and kind of debag everything, check things like butter and mayonnaise. I check what fruit and veg is still good and what's going off and needs using. So I had half a red pepper and a whole pepper that was starting to go a bit squishy. I had a little tiny green pepper, one, head of pak choi leaf. One amount. Why does my hand look so red? And then I've got a couple of onions, and then I've got some of these chicken sausages. So I'm going to fry off these vegetables, and then I've got a couple of packs of the instant noodles. You know where this is going, but I'm going to make like a salt and pepper chicken noodle. I've got some salt and chilli seasoning and some Chinese 5 spice. I've also got some Thai red curry paste. I haven't got coconut milk, but I have got oat milk. I don't know. We'll see how we go. We're just going to throw it all together like we usually do and see what we come up with. So I just heated my veggies up with some of this chilli infused oil, and I've sprinkled some of this Thai, it actually says it's an air fryer range, but it's basically just Thai seasoning. I've put some soy sauce as well and 2 cloves of crushed garlic. And then I've chopped the sausages up with some scissors. And I'm just going to let that all kind of brown off, and then once it's cooked, I'm going to add in a couple of packets of noodles with their seasoning packets, probably some lime juice, always put lime juice, some coriander. Yeah, it's going to be good. So here we are served up. I almost forgot to film it, but yeah, Just added in some noodles and the chicken seasoning that came with it. Then on top we've got a little bit of salt and black pepper and some cayenne pepper, and this is what we're having tonight. So in the winter, when there's not quite so much to do, we like to make the most of having our van and we take it out and cook. We did do this the other day and I filmed a whole separate video, so if you haven't seen that I will leave it linked down below. But this time we pulled up next to a beach not too far from our house. We literally drive about 10-15 minutes. So today we wanted to keep it simple and we made some chicken finger tacos in Steve's favourite appliance, which is the Ridge Monkey. We also took the dogs with us because they just love their little adventures. So here's our little setup. We had an iPad playing some Fast and Furious just in the background and a candle lit for some little coziness. And we also had chaos absolutely everywhere because when you lay the bed down in these vans, you really do cut back on all the other space. We stopped off at a farm shop on the way and bought this amazing custard cream cake and a big cookie, which you'll see in a minute. Then I proceeded to try and chop an onion with what is probably the worst knife I've ever used in my life. I really need to get sharp knives for the van because this was bordering on, like, I might as well have used a teaspoon. Steve demonstrating his flipping skills. I must admit the Ridge Monkey is great because you can shut it like I just showed and turn it over on the hob, so you can do things like toasted sandwiches and that really well. So here's me assembling the chicken tacos, and this was just perfect. It didn't cost very much at all, and we just sat and ate them watching the seagulls bob along the sea. It was such a nice afternoon. Here's me attempting not to get it all down my cream jumper. You can see the steam. The fact, all those little seagulls out there bobbing along.
They want your food. Ridge Monkey cooked chicken.
Monkey chicken.
Monkey chicken, they're on the floor.
Monkey wraps. That light's making your head shine. Don't think you can see any sea.
No.
I forgot how nice that sauce is.
Me too.
Pound in Iceland.
Really?
Things, yeah.
That's really good. They're really tasty actually, because they're ridge monkeyed. That's why. It is.
I think things always taste better when you're hungry. Saving it for later.
Another bowl.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Wow.
Oh no, the lotus bit's cracked. That's very unlucky.
Oh no.
Oh, look at that. Tea. Can't see much out the window.
All steamed again.
Just doing tonight's dinner, and in here I've got some bacon that needed using up, so I crisped it up in the air fryer so it went nice and like crunchy, not crunchy, crispy. I've got a few chicken breasts that I also popped in the air fryer and just took the bacon out when it was done and left the chicken in. I've chopped that up, put some broccoli in a pan with 2 tins of condensed chicken soup and a chicken stock cube. I've added a little bit of milk just to make it a better consistency. And then I've let this cook all together. I've also added some black pepper, and then I'm going to boil some pasta, and we're just going to serve this mixed in or over the top of pasta. And I've got some Parmesan cheese to go on the top. Really quick and simple, and we have this quite a lot. It's a favourite in this house. So here we are served up. I've done one with the Parmesan and then I've done one without, just so you can see what it looks like, because the other one's just topped with cheese. This always goes down really well, and it makes a really nice pie filling as well. And if you add a teaspoon or 2 of curry powder, you can get a really nice creamy korma that the kids will eat. I'd probably leave out the bacon if you were doing a korma though. So yeah, very versatile, nice on jacket potatoes, mashed potato, rice. Basically you serve it with anything. So yeah, this is what we're having tonight. Chicken, bacon and broccoli creamy pasta. Starting tonight's dinner. What's wrong with that meatball? All the seasoning's gathered on one bit. So I'm going to make meatball marinara subs. Or my version anyway. I've got some mozzarella, some cheddar. I'm going to use some tomato paste, which I might thin a little bit with a tiny bit of water to spread it on the subs. And then I'm going to cook these in the air fryer, take them out, assemble the subs, and then pop them back in the air fryer. Yeah, so that the mozzarella melts, and I'm probably just gonna do it with some oven chips. So I'll show you as I go along. So I've got the air fryer going with the meatballs in, and I've got my subs, I've cut them open, and then I've spread tomato puree on as the base, and then I've gone in with a little bit of ketchup as well because I wanted a little bit more sauce, but to be honest I couldn't be bothered. I was going to make like a marinara sauce with onion, garlic, a tin of tomatoes, a stock cube, but I couldn't really be bothered, so I've put tomato puree on, a bit of ketchup, because basically the sauce isn't the main bit, and I know they're not going to want them overly saucy either. I've sprinkled on a bit of basil. I've only got one block of mozzarella, which probably was an oversight on my behalf, but I have got cheddar, so they're going to be kind of a mix of both. I'll probably finely chop the mozzarella and try and like spread it out a little bit. Yeah, I'll show you as we go anyway, they'll be good. So I've took the meatballs out of the air fryer and I've cut them in half because we figured that it'd actually be easier to eat, because if you try and bite down, I mean they're not going to be easy to eat anyway because meatballs are going to ping out everywhere. I do this sometimes. I create meals and I love the idea and I love the way they look, but they don't always eat that well. This is definitely going to be a put a bit of tissue in your top or a knife and fork job. So I'm going to grate some cheddar on here now. So I've laid the mozzarella underneath. I don't know if I showed you that. So I managed to spread the mozzarella out underneath. They've all got like chopped mozzarella. And then I'm going to put some cheddar cheese on and pop them in the oven until it all melts together, and hopefully that will help them kind of stick a little bit. Okay, so I've tried my best to kind of keep them sealed at the back, so not break the roll, although that one I did a bit, and pull the bread over so that hopefully if they try and fall out they won't slip out the back. I've done what I can. I'm doing the best with what I've got. I'm not a professional Subway maker, I just thought it was a nice idea. So I'm going to pop these in, hopefully they'll glue together a little bit, and I'll show you the finished result. So here's our subs out of the oven, and they have stuck together quite well, which I'm pleased about. The mozzarella's melted underneath and the cheddar on the top, and then I've just done some oven chips as well. This is what is for dinner tonight.
It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling.